Hey guys, it's Shan Crawford, Life Transformation Coach, and today we are going to talk about standing up for yourself. This really newer up and coming artist named Latto, who used to go by Mulatto or Miss Mulatto, who I'm personally a fan of hers. I like rap music, but there's been some controversy, I guess, here lately about a comment that she made in an interview, which was about how she was putting her album out and how she was being asked how coming up as an artist, as a woman, as a rapper is harder than it is for men. And part of that has to do with, females dealing with things like being propositioned for sex in order to get features on songs and things like that. And I guess there is controversy around that because people were trying to figure out who she was talking about that may be on her album. I guess she had a song that the person didn't want to clear unless they could have sex with her. And that obviously didn't happen. But I think the song went through anyway or something like that. But she was just saying how these are the kinds of things that you have to deal with as a woman coming up in the industry. And this isn't something that just happens in the industry. This happens in everyday life for women. And there's just so many things that we have to deal with as women. For some reason, we're looked at as less than. And there's so much that we have to deal with and put up with being valued as less than in society, in today's society. You can look at how wages are different and how women are paid for the same job that a man does. How we're dismissed because we have hormones and we're considered emotional and unable to make logical decisions because of the hormones and the amount of estrogen that we have. And it's just not fair. Yes, this is a bigger issue that, obviously I can't tackle in one video. But one thing that I do want to tackle is using this to make you think or consider how you need to stand up for yourself. That's something, speaking about what happens to you and taking the risk of being blackballed is something very brave that Latto did for herself. And she said that, a lot of people, when they do speak up about these kinds of things, get hushed or get blackballed or get in trouble for saying things like this. But she wanted to speak the truth on what goes on behind closed doors. So for one, people know that are coming in the game and that are dealing with the same kind of circumstances, what you have to deal with, one. And two, I would hope to progress society so that more people are held responsible for the things that they do. And it's not just men, in this situation it is. But sometimes the people that are doing these things that are unfair to us or that devalue us as people continue to do that because people don't hold them responsible. And when you are brave enough to advocate for yourself, to speak up about the things that happen to you when you're being treated unfairly, when you are being devalued, when you are being looked at as less than, they continue to be able to get away with those things, and they continue to do that because no one speaks up and no one stands up for themselves. So I posed a question: where do you need to stand up for yourself in your own life? Are there people that treat you a certain way, or that mistreat you, or that devalue you, and you know this, but you just don't know what to do about it, or you just deal with it because you're used to things being that way for you or for people like you, regardless of if that means you're a woman, or if that means that maybe you deal with discrimination. Maybe you are part of the LGBTQIA plus community. Maybe you are a man that deals with the same kinds of things. It doesn't matter. But what does matter is how we approach these things, and how important it is for us to advocate for ourselves, to stand up for ourselves, to assert our own value in this world. Everyone deserves equal opportunity. Everyone deserves a chance at whatever it is that they desire. And we shouldn't be stopped. We shouldn't have to compromise who we are. We shouldn't have to be devalued for those things. But that starts with us speaking up for ourselves and us advocating for ourselves. One way that I can definitely relate to this is being in abusive relationships. And I was just doing a video about this yesterday, about how I was watching the Surviving Compton movie, and how Michelet was telling her story about being abused by Dr. Dre and Suge Knight, and how she was just basically hearing from her grandma and women in her life that, this is normal, this is something you put up with until, you can't take it anymore. And it's those kinds of things that keep us repeating the same cycles, and keep us down, keep us devaluing ourselves, and keep our self-esteems low, so that we continue to accept less than what we deserve, and we continue to put up with behavior from other people that is dehumanizing, and it devalues you as a person. And the only way that you will be allowed to be devalued is if you allow it. You can't allow another person to do that for you. So I'm making this video, one, to touch on that subject, but two, to encourage you, if in your life there's somewhere where you need to stand up for yourself and advocate for yourself and progress and not accept less than what you deserve. You, as well as the next person, deserve to have the best life. And if you're having a life that's anything less than that because of how other people treat you, opportunities, I am encouraging you to stand up for your value in this lifetime, so that you can live the best life that's possible for you. So that's what the subject was today. Hopefully you found something valuable in that, and if this is something that you can relate to, hopefully you found encouragement. If this is something that you need help with, you can definitely work with me on that, as I am a life transformation coach, and you can book a session with me. I will put the booking link somewhere around this video, so you can click on that, or you can email me at Shan, like Jackie Chan, CHAN, @beautyofgrowth.com. All right, I'll see you in another video.